That was like high school all over again. Like, is it in? Maybe, is it in? Hey guys, keep it going for your next comic, the very funny Davis Little!
Sorry I was a little late the first time. I was rubbing one out. I don't know if you guys know this, but the bathrooms in here are some of the nicest bathrooms I've ever masturbated in. Got like really nice washcloths. The bathroom attendant gives you like a weird look when you ask for the lotion before you go in the stall. I'm gonna leave you a tip. Don't worry about it. My friend got hit by a car, and now he's in a wheelchair. But don't worry, he got a lot of money. So now I call him Wheels of Fortune. My neighbor that I don't really like, he left the door open at his house and his dog ran away. So now every time my neighbor comes over to my house, I play the song, Who Let the Dogs Out? Just to teach him a lesson. I'll be like, who let the dogs out? You. I actually did find his dog. I'm not going to give him back though. I see some black people in the audience tonight. Barely. Now I see you guys. I see the teeth. Shut up. This is cutting into my stage time. You might want to get that gold tooth checked out. So, when I was growing up, I used to have a black friend, but then my dad made me get rid of him. I get mad at my roommate when there's too many dirty dishes in the sink. So lately, I've been putting the dirty dishes in their room. But then I remembered I live alone. So now there's just a huge mess in my bed. The last girl I was dating with told me I needed to work on my dirty talk, so I stopped brushing my teeth. I don't think it's appropriate to send dirty messages to someone unless you know them really well, like a family member. I got in trouble in high school for hooking up with a teacher. I was homeschooled. It's kind of an awkward parent-teacher conference. You know you're not that big of a deal anymore when you go over to your parents' house and there's more pictures of the dogs on the wall than you. My mom literally turned my bedroom into a wiener dog studio. Any parents in the audience tonight? Fuck it, whatever. That was an accident. Isn't it nice when your kids grow up and then they move out and then they move back in? I just moved out of my mom's house. Now I live at my dad's house. My mom and dad live in the same house. The best time to go swimming is during a thunderstorm. You'll have the whole pool to yourself. I was told that I'm going to have kids one day, probably on accident. But anyways, I was told that I should have some strong swimmers, so now I constantly masturbate in public pools. A lot of my white friends like Martin Luther King because they don't have to go to work on his birthday. But my black friends don't really give a shit because they don't go to work. I was having intercourse the other night, and the woman, she just kept saying, harder, harder, harder. So I didn't really know what to do, so I just hit her over the head. And then afterwards, she was like, hey, can I spend the night? And I was like, sure, whatever. And then she was like, I have to warn you, I'm a heavy sleeper. So I made her sleep on the couch because I didn't want my bed to break. So my dog died. That was a weird dinner. I ran into my ex-girlfriend last night with my car. Don't worry, my car is totally fine. The ex-girlfriend, on the other hand, looked a little sleepy. So now she's sleeping on my couch. She's a heavy sleeper too. I don't know what's worse, getting a girl pregnant or an STD. All that I know is you can't throw your herpes in the dumpster behind Winn-Dixie. But you can dump herpes in your pregnant girlfriend. By the time you're ready to have a kid, you can name the kid Herpes. Because my son is named Herpes. It's either that or I was going to name my kid Spo, S-P-O. And the kid grows up, he's like, Dad, why the fuck did you name me Spo? Should have pulled out.
Fort Lauderdale, we are down to our